Hello, everyone. Welcome to SAT Math Question of the Day with Professor Emeritus Seth Chaiken at University of Albany and Joel Chaiken, his brother. We're here to help you learn how to approach SAT math questions. I don't know if you remember what happened yesterday, but I totally crashed, and I still feel guilty about that. But it's really important, I find, to remember the big mistakes you make, or any mistake you make, because that's how you really learn math. So I'll make sure not to make that mistake again. So I'm sort of like, put off to the side. So Seth, why don't you start with this?
What was the mistake? I forgot. It's important to remember.
But I went too fast. I didn't look at I made an assumption. I didn't look at the whole question. I was rushing. I'm still reeking of guilt from that, which is good, because if I keep thinking about the mistake I make, I'm not going to make it again. So
okay, I think both of us made a mistake. I said that the information to solve the problem was given at the beginning in the introduction information for two problems. And I said what that information was. And then we neglected to actually look at the text. The pitfall, the error that we ran into was I misremembered what the information was.
Right. Yeah.
And Joel's mistake was not looking at it to check his brother. He trusted him too much.
I trusted my
See so what you get when you trust an old brother?
Which is a big mistake. So why don't you start
big
with this?
Mistake, big mistake.
So you take this one.
All right, here we go. This is not a word problem. It's an algebra problem. You translate what the words say into algebra, and then use algebra to solve the problem. So the words say, when 4 times a number x is added to 12, the result is 8. What number results when 2 times x is added to 7? So the question mark is what is the question mark, where the question mark is 2 times x plus 7. Well, you try to find out what 2 times x plus 7 is. So you solve for 2 times x. Well, how could you solve for 2 times x? Take the data that's given and simplify it. Subtract 12 from both sides, and we get 4x equals 8 minus 12. And that could be, the 8 minus 12 is easy to simplify. It's minus 4. And so 4x is minus 4, and so 2x is minus 2. And there's the answer. And the answer is, well, how could 2 times something be minus 2? The only way is if it's minus 1. That's it.
Whoa! You made a mistake. I have to laugh.
You just translate. It's not a word problem. You don't even have to. What you do? It's a line. It's like on the French SAT.
I love it.
Or the Chinese SAT. You read it in one language and write it in another language.
I didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. They want 2x plus 7. It's 5. It's 5.
Okay. Oh, wait. What? Wait a minute. Oh, we made a boo-boo.
You made a boo-boo.
The question is 2x plus 7. Well, minus 2x plus 7. Okay, boo-boo. We made a mistake. That's why they give SATs. They don't let your brother. They don't let your brother help you.
You made the mistake. Don't say we made the mistake, okay? Okay.
Well, the problem is they didn't let me get your help.
Oh, stop it. So, I mean, wow.
Dumb.
I can't believe you had it right in front of you. You were doing it right.
Yeah.
Still, sorry, I should stop laughing. Okay, so you see that obviously Seth did it well. And some people would be tempted just to solve for X, right?
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't realize the pattern, the coincidence that they're asking for 2x. Some people would just say x is -1, right?
Yeah.
And then they would put -1 in here. Then they would say, oh, then what is 2x plus 7? X is -1. And then this is equal to 1.
Well, the problem is you go schlepping along and you write down. I actually tried to write down what the question was.
Yeah.
Schlep along, solve. I solve for 2x. Oh, wow, I found an answer.
Right, exactly.
But the problem is not. The reason I solved for 2x is I wanted to solve for 2x plus 7.
Right.
So between here and here, the red got forgotten.
Right. This happens a lot in geometry questions. I'm sure everybody's had this problem in geometry where they'll give you a number line and they'll solve for x, but then they'll really say, well, what's the distance? And everybody answers.
I know.
Yeah. It happens a lot in geometry.
That is so. Well, that's why I didn't get an 800 on the SAT.
Yeah. When I retook it in 2016 as an adult, I got 4 or 5 questions wrong. Yeah, okay. I don't know what else to say. That's right. This is just translating English into math.
Yeah.
There's no minus sign here, so you get a break. Anytime you translate English into math and there's subtraction, you got a problem because the order matters in subtraction and division. Straightforward. Now calculator. Oh, we can't forget calculator. Calculator doesn't. I mean, you could use a calculator, but really, probably by the time you subtract the 12 on both sides, it takes longer to type a calculator 8 minus 12 to get -4 than to do it in your head. But you could.
Yeah. Well, you might, when you see this, you might stumble over 8 minus 12. So you put it in the calculator, get your -4.
Right. Because remember the mindset.
I wonder if is it legal in the SAT to bring in a highlighter?
You could just use a pencil. You're allowed to mark.
But then if you use a pencil, it covers up the print.
No, you could
use a yellow highlighter, and then remember to check that you answered the question they were asking. And not answer a question that you formed in the middle of things.
Right. I doubt you could bring in a highlighter. You can imagine people cheating, right? Someone highlights something and then the person next to him is able to see what you highlight. I can't imagine a highlighter is allowed. But, okay. This is a standard problem. All right, calculator. So calculator doesn't really help you. It doesn't really help you. What really helps you, though, is realizing that 2x is half of 4x. That's a good thing to see. That's useful, and that's here you don't really need it, right? But there could be SAT questions where you may actually need that. The other thing is teachers have never asked you this question, right? You've never had a question in class where they've asked you to calculate 2x plus 7 given this. Right? So you got to be ready.
Well, I suppose if they put in your math class sample questions from the SAT, you'll see this. But here you go. This is the reason we're doing this, so that you could see questions from the SAT, and we explain how we demonstrate how school math can be applied to the questions from the SAT,
and also how very often SAT questions. You've never seen an SAT question in regular school math. They modify. Well, most teachers would never ask this in a real class. I don't know.
Well, teachers, and for good reason. Maybe it isn't so bad for teachers to teach to the test. As long as they teach the ideas that that the question from the test is based on.
Right.
And if those ideas are good mathematics, are helpful, useful, good training in mathematics for the future, hey, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
So I think
so perhaps, if some of our viewers are teachers, we'd like to have some of your thoughts about how this will help your students. Your thoughts about how this could hurt your students. Yeah, just email it or
Right.
put it in the
We'll
comments.
put it in the comments, right? Yeah,
What's
we
our
read it.
email address again?
Our email address is our namesake, SAT Math Question of the Day at gmail.com. So with that, we should, like us, dislike us, comment. It says that all comments are encouraged so that we can get feedback as to how we can make this better for you. So I think that's it. Thank you for giving me such a great laugh. I haven't laughed that much in a long time. So I love that. It's great. Thank you so much. And that was real. Seth really did answer that wrong. We never make anything up here. We do things spontaneously. We do make mistakes. I made the mistake yesterday. But my mistake was bigger because my mistake was so bad, was so stupid, that they didn't even think anyone would make it.
Yeah. Well, this is when they did think someone would make a mistake.
So you made a mistake that was expected, right? So,
yeah.
Okay, everyone. Have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.